Hello friends, you are most welcome to your own YouTube channel Let's Learn. So in the previous video of RCC design, I have mentioned the different grades of concrete M20 and M25. We have discussed it. We have discussed about characteristic strength. We have seen the quality, strength, etc. Now we will discuss about steel. So before starting the steel portion, I have forgotten to mention one thing, that the cement, fine aggregate and the coarse aggregate ratio of different grade of concrete. Okay, it is very much essential when you learn RCC design. So fine aggregate means basically sand that we use, and coarse aggregate means the aggregate what we call the stones, etc. So for M20 and M25, for M20 the value of cement is to fine aggregate is to coarse aggregate equal to 1:1.5 to 3, and the M25 the value is 1:2 to 4. Just remember that the coarse aggregate will be double of fine aggregate. Like here the fine aggregate equal to 1.5 and the coarse aggregate equal to 3. Okay, and here it is 2 and 4. So now we start the steel, and the question is that why we have chosen only M20 and M25, because it is the most common case, it is the most common grade of concrete that we use in buildings. Okay, now for steel, first we will learn about the mild steel. So what is this mild steel? So basically mild steel means Fe250. This Fe means is iron and 250 means is grade. Grade means Fy means its characteristics value, you can say that the 250 Newton per mm square, the value is 250. Okay, Fy, you can say this upper yield stress or the tensile strength. Remember the tensile strength, because we use steel in the tensile zone. Okay, so for Fe250 we have to learn the permissible stress of tension. Okay, so sigma st, that means the permissible tensile stress, equal to 140 Newton per mm square if the diameter of the steel is below 20 mm. Okay, and if the diameter is more than 20 mm, then we have to take the value 130 Newton per mm square. I think you have understood this. So coming here, and now a very common question, why we have chosen steel in the purpose of reinforcement. We know that it is very much essential for reinforcement, because the concrete that we use, it is only used in the compression zone, because it cannot take the tension. Okay, it fails, the structure fails if we use the concrete in the tensile zone. So we use the steel bars as reinforcement in the tension zone. But why only steel? Why not in other metals? Answer is, the steel and concrete both have the same thermal coefficient value. Okay, just remember, both have same the coefficient of thermal. As the temperature changes, the structure changes its dimension or shape simultaneously, because steel and concrete both have the same thermal coefficient value. Moreover, steel has high strength and it is more economical than any other metal. Okay, so we use steel. Now we learn about HYST. That means high yield strength deformed bar. High yield strength deformed bar. It is more essential. It is more important for the mild steel, because generally in the design purpose we don't use mild steel, because we use HYST, high yield strength deformed bar. That means Fe415 and Fe500. Okay, so for Fe415 the Fy value, that means the upper tensile strength value, is 415 Newton per mm square, and for Fe500 the value of Fy, that means the value of upper tensile strength, is equal to 500 Newton per mm square. And remember, this Fe415 and Fe500, these are manufactured by hot roll process. Okay, just remember this. Now here I have shown a picture of the main reinforcement, how we can place them. Okay, so it is very much important for you to know. Suppose in beam or any column, we place the reinforcement bars in such a manner that you can see the circles. I have given here 4 circles. These are not actually circles, these are the main reinforcement bar which are made of steel. Okay, and you can see this vertical line also, and the vertical line in blue dot I have mentioned, it is nothing but the lateral or shear reinforcement or stirrup, you can say. It is used for the shear and also to tie the column or the main reinforcement bar. Okay, you can see it here. Now I'm going to tell you some important terms of depth, which is very important to solve any problem, any type of numerical of RCC. Okay, I'll start from capital D. That means from top to bottom, capital D, the whole depth is known as overall depth. Okay, now it is the turn for effective depth. So from the top to the center of the bar, it is known as effective depth, and this small d is effective depth. It starts from the top to the center of the bar. Just remember, center of the reinforcement of the main reinforcement bar, that is made up of steel. Okay, so this is the small d effective depth. You can see it in the picture. Now the remaining portion, just see that it is whole overall depth, whole portion, and this is effective depth. It is up to the center of the bar. Now the remaining portion, that means from the center of the bar to the bottom portion, it is known as effective depth. Effective cover. Okay, it is known as effective cover. You can see it in the picture. It is known as effective cover, and DC prime, it is known as the clear cover. Means effective cover starts from the center of the bar to the bottom portion, and if we remove the bar diameter, half of bar diameter from the effective depth, so we can get the clear cover. You can see it in the picture. Now the basic relation I have shown here, like DC prime equal to clear cover, DC equal to effective cover. So what? So the DC means effective cover equal to DC prime means clear cover plus half of main bar diameter. We have seen it in the picture. It is DC and it is the DC prime. So if we add the half of bar diameter with DC prime means the clear cover, we can get the effective cover, right? So capital D is overall depth and small d is effective depth. Okay, so capital D equal to small d plus DC means overall depth equal to effective depth plus effective cover. Okay, so these informations are very much essential to know. In the next video, we will start the limit state method, and we will know how to design a beam, slab, column, etc. Okay, so guys, if you think this video was beneficial for you, so please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel, and keep supporting. And thank you very much guys for watching my video, and take care. Bye bye.